Domain 4 is about how you talk to Claude, and how to get back data your software can actually read, reliably, every time. A prompt is everything Claude sees: your user message, system instructions, and any examples, bundled together. Prompt engineering is the craft of writing those instructions specifically enough that a brilliant but very literal new employee could never misinterpret them. Vague prompts produce inconsistent results. Specific prompts produce reliable ones. Claude can reply as a paragraph, great for humans to read, or as a structured JSON form, great for software to process downstream. JSON is just a precise way to write down a form. A schema adds the rules, which fields must exist, which can be empty, and which must match a fixed list. Schemas eliminate malformed JSON completely when combined with tool use. Be conservative sounds responsible, but changes almost nothing. There's nothing in the prompt that Claude can actually check a finding against. Replace vague aspirational language with explicit categorical rules, exact lists of what to flag, what to skip, and severity definitions backed by concrete code examples. False positives wreck developer trust. Specific criteria rebuild it. Few-shot prompting shows Claude 2 to 4 worked examples of input and output instead of describing the rules in prose. Quality beats quantity. 3 well-chosen examples covering ambiguous cases outperform 10 obvious ones. Especially powerful when document structures vary or Claude keeps choosing the wrong interpretation. Approach A, asking for JSON in prose, works most of the time but fails a few %. At 10,000 calls a day, that's hundreds of failures. Approach B, defining a tool with a JSON schema and forcing Claude to call it is the gold standard. The SDK validates the JSON before returning it, eliminating malformed output entirely. Shape is guaranteed, you still need a separate layer to check the values make sense. Make uncertain fields nullable, that gives Claude a legitimate option to return null rather than inventing a value. Use Enum types to lock fields to a fixed allowed list so Claude can't return almost paid or kind of overdue. Add an other plus detail pattern for edge cases your Enum didn't anticipate. For tool choice, forced is strongest when you know the schema. Any works when Claude should pick which extraction schema matches the document. Retry with feedback means sending the original input, Claude's failed output, and the specific validation error, not just try again. But retry cannot summon information that isn't in the source document. If the email address simply isn't on the invoice, 3 retries gives you 3 different fabricated emails. When a field is genuinely absent, make it nullable instead of retrying. The Message Batches API is 50% cheaper, but takes up to 24 hours with no guaranteed delivery time. Use it for overnight reports, weekly audits, and bulk backfills where no one is waiting on screen. Never use it for anything blocking. Tag each request with a custom id so you can match every response to its request when the batch returns. The session that generated code is biased reviewing it. It carries the reasoning that justified every decision. Use a fresh, independent Claude session for review so it comes in cold and sees what's actually there. For large codebases, run a per-file pass first for local issues, then a separate cross-file pass for integration problems. Route findings by confidence. High to automation, low to humans, but only once those scores are properly calibrated. 8 exam day shortcuts. Fabricating values, temper nullable field. Inconsistent results on varied documents, temper few-shot examples. Guaranteed JSON shave temper tuple used with a schema and forced tool choice. Retry but field is absent, night jobs. Temper make it nullable. Cost savings on overnight jobs, temper, mever for blocking work. Same session writes and reviews, Use a fresh independent session. That's domain 4, prompt engineering and structured output. Together, domains 1 through 4 now cover 85% of the exam. 1 domain left, context management and reliability. You've got this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss the next one.